The fire flickers in the vast darkness, a fragile sun born from dry grass and shattered stone. Around it, shadows gather, muscles, lean faces, gaunt, eyes wide with hunger. A piece of meat, fresh from a fallen antelope, sizzles on a sharpened stick. But here nothing is certain. Who will eat first? Who will be left with nothing? Who dares to take too much? And who risks starvation in silence? And as we watch, one question burns brighter than the flames themselves. What does it mean to share? And how did the act of dividing flesh around a fire shape the destiny of humanity compared to the rituals of dining Tao? The scene unfolds in silence. A male figure drags the carcass closer, his shoulders trembling under the weight. His body streaked with sweat and dust. Others circle him, eyes darting, hands twitching. The kill is not just food. It is survival power and fragile trust bound into a single moment. The air thickens with tension. Sparks rise into the night, illuminating faces painted by hunger and suspicion. The meat is torn apart with stone flakes and bare hands. A strip is passed hesitantly to another. A child stares, ribs pressing against skin, waiting for the gesture of generosity that may or may not come. The flames crackle louder, a chorus against the pounding of anxious hearts. For here to eat is not merely to consume it, is to declare loyalty, to affirm bonds, to carve the first laws of human culture without words. Time bends. We leap forward across millennia into glowing dining halls of glass and steel. Plates gleam under artificial light. The air hums with conversation forks, tapping against porcelain waiters, moving with rehearsed precision. The act of sharing remains, yet it has changed form. Menus replace instinct, etiquette replaces risk, and abundance replaces the fragile negotiations of survival. But beneath the clinking glasses, the ancient echoes still whisper. Every table is a fire, every meal a pact, every division of food, a reflection of power, trust, and belonging. Back at the firestorms gather on the horizon. The tribe huddles close, clutching scraps of meat, as if holding life itself. The eldest, scarred and weathered, offers a piece to the youngest. The gesture is small, yet monumental. It carries within it the seed of society. The fire is no longer just heat and light. It becomes a circle, a sanctuary, a stage where survival transforms into culture. Yet danger lurks. Hyenas prowl beyond the glow teeth, flashing in the night. The smell of blood drifts outward, drawing predators closer. The tribe must decide, guard the meat, or share it quickly before it is stolen by stronger jaws. Survival balances on the thin edge of choice. In that fragile dance of giving and guarding lies the first shadow of what will become civilization. The story is not about food alone. It is about the fire of connection that ignites when survival forces strangers into kin. What begins here in the act of sharing meat will ripple forward into banquets, feasts, and rituals across time. The fire burns lower, but its glow marks a threshold between chaos and order. The tribe now arranges itself in a loose circle, each body angled toward the flames, each hand hovering over the prize of meat. The ritual of distribution unfolds not with words but with gestures. A nod of the head, a shift of posture, a moment of eye contact. These become signals of dominance, gratitude, or defiance. A man pulls a strip too large, and the group tenses. Shoulders stiffen, fists tighten, eyes sharpen like flint. But then, another hand places a smaller piece before him, a reminder A silent bargain, take your share, not more. He yields. The circle breathes again. Order is restored, if only for a night. The fire becomes a judge, a witness. Its light reveals fairness and greed alike. Those who share gain silent allies. Those who hoard invite isolation. Every choice made around this fire writes itself into memory, and memory becomes law. These are not yet societies with rules etched in stone, but the rules are written nonetheless, in flesh, in hunger, in survival. Across millennia, the rhythm shifts. The circle becomes a table. Flames turn into chandeliers, torches, into electric bulbs. The silence of survival transforms into the chatter of custom, the laughter of abundance. In the modern dining room, rules still exist, though disguised in etiquette. Who sits at the head of the table? Who serves first? Who receives the largest portion of the roast status is measured not by brute strength, but by placement, privilege, and symbolic offerings. Yet beneath the linen and silverware, the primal current remains unchanged. Food is never only nourishment. It is power, belonging, and hierarchy. Back in the primeval night, the carcass dwindles. Bones are cracked for marrow sinew, stripped clean. The tribe eats with urgency, for predators are restless. The hyena's cries grow sharper, circling closer, drawn by the scent of blood. One of the younger hunters rises, holding a burning branch. He thrusts it into the dark, scattering sparks, into the void. The shadows retreat, but only for a moment. The tribe learns that the fire protects not just their bodies, but their food, their future. To guard the flames is to guard life itself. The scene shifts again. A bustling city street at night. Neon lights flicker above restaurants overflowing with food. Groups gather around hot plates and glowing screens, dining together, but apart. Laughter competes with the noise of traffic, and yet the same ancient drama plays out: who pays the bill, who shares dessert, who leaves the table satisfied, and who remains hungry in silence. The modern feast, like the ancient fire, is a mirror of human bonds. The wind howls through the savannah, scattering ash from the dwindling fire. The tribe draws tighter, meat gone, bones discarded, but the act of sharing lingers. Tomorrow, they will hunt again, and tomorrow the fire will demand the same questions. To give or to hoard, to unite or divide. Each choice pushes humanity closer to the culture that now defines us. Dawn breaks over the savannah, pale and uncertain, casting long shadows across scorched earth and trampled grass. The fire is now nothing more than a circle of stones and blackened ash, a memory of light and warmth. The tribe stirs muscles stiff from the night stomachs, still gnawed by hunger. Yet something has shifted. Where once survival meant simple consumption, now it carries the weight of choice, the imprint of shared experience. The act of offering even a scrap of meat has become a covenant, binding individuals into a fragile, functional whole. The eldest watches as the younger ones approach a fresh kill, eyes wide with anticipation. A strip is offered first to the smallest, the weakest. The gesture is almost imperceptible, a lean toward the child, a tilt of the arm, but it carries a universe of meaning. Respect, protection, investment in the future. The fire's lesson persists even without flames. The gift of survival is the foundation of trust. Each hand that reaches for meat must also reach toward others or risk isolation and death. Far away in a modern kitchen, the parallel is unmistakable. Families gather around counters and tables, smartphones in hand plates gleaming under artificial light. Meals are prepared with care recipes passed down through generations, yet the intention remains. To feed another is to signal love, alliance, and responsibility. The utensils may be polished, the settings ornate, the threats invisible. But the psychology mirrors that first circle of light. Sharing reinforces bonds. Scarcity shapes behavior, and generosity dictates status. A sudden roar rips across the savannah. A predator descends from the shadows, a leopard sleek and silent, moving with lethal precision. The tribe freezes meat, half-held instincts screaming. The fire is gone, and only the memory remains to guide them. And yet, in unspoken agreement, they move together, circling, positioning, preparing to defend. One young hunter steps forward, brandishing a sharpened bone. Another follows with a thrown rock. Every motion is choreographed by necessity and instinct, the lessons of countless shared meals distilled into action. The predator hesitates, evaluating, sensing the unity born from cooperation. Survival, like culture, depends not on strength alone, but on shared strategy. The modern city, miles and millennia removed, bears the same echoes. In crowded restaurants, individuals navigate social predator-prey dynamics of their own. Who dominates conversation? Who claims the last morsel? Who defends reputation with words as lethal as stone? Conflict and cooperation coexist, interwoven into rituals both ancient and contemporary. Every shared appetizer, every passed plate, is a rehearsal of primal negotiation, a subtle calibration of alliances and hierarchies. Night falls again on the savannah. The tribe returns to the fire pit, carrying the remnants of the hunt. Smoke curls into the sky, a testament to resilience, to the endurance of the act that defines them. The circle reforms. Meat is divided. The young learn from the old, and in the silent exchange culture is transmitted memory encoded in gestures and glances rather than carved symbols. Each flicker of flame illuminates the principles that will carry humanity forward, sharing trust, reciprocity. The world spins forward, but the foundation remains unchanged. The fire may be replaced by candles, neon, or LEDs. The meat may be transformed into gourmet cuisine, yet at every table, in every act of generosity or refusal, the ancient lessons echo. We are bound by what we choose to share, by the courage to give when scarcity tempts hoarding, and by the recognition that survival was never solely about the body, it was always about connection.